opening day is Thursday. So, Tyler, we're going to get into some division winners. Um, we'll predict each division preseason picks, way early preseason picks to win the World Series. So, Tyler, start it off. What division you want to start with?
Let's just go down the line with the AL East. The AL East is stacked. For our audio listeners, I'll go ahead and read off the teams. So you have the Tampa Bay Rays, Toronto Blue Jays, New York Yankees, the Jacobs Boys, the Boston Red Sox, and the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore was actually the team to win it last year. This is a stacked team that Baltimore has. They have Corbin Burns now. The Yankees, they got better too. They added Juan Soto, Alex Verdugo. The Rays are definitely going to be those consistent team. But I'm going to go with the Baltimore Orioles to repeat the AL East. I think that their pitching staff, they got better. And honestly, they have a young, talented core too. They have Jackson Holiday pretty much winning the wings in AAA. And then, you got Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman. So I think that this is going to be a team to watch, may potentially be the best team in the AL, especially with addition like Corbin Burns and the guys that they already have. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Orioles winning this division back to back. But I wouldn't be shocked if we get at least 3 teams from this division to make the playoffs. This is a loaded division once again.
Yeah, I saw Baltimore's calling up Jackson Holiday. I think he's starting in the show on opening day. Last year I picked the Red Sox, and boy, I could not have been more wrong. So that one, sorry, Jacob, I'm going opposite. I don't want to pick the Orioles just because you picked them as well. So I like what I'm seeing from the Yankees. Let's go. Let's go Yankees to win the division this year. They seem to always be a big favorite, and it never works out. So, what you want to do? AL West now, or where are we going?
We're going to say the best for last, the AL West. We'll go to the AL Central. So you have the
Okay.
Minnesota Twins, Kansas City Royals, Detroit Tigers, Cleveland Guardians, and the Chicago White Sox. So
Where
you're
my White
quite
Sox at?
familiar. Tell us about the White Sox opening day starter. Who's getting the start for the White Sox?
Yeah, so I was thinking about saving this for my hidden gem, but since you mentioned it, I'll go ahead and say it now. So, Garrett Crochet is getting the start for the Chicago White Sox. Many of you may know that are watching, family and friends. He's from our hometown, from the Mississippi Gulf Coast. He actually played. We called it the minor leagues. It was like 10-year-old baseball. My dad was my coach. We're out there practicing, and one day, him and his dad walk up. He says, "Hey, my son wants to play baseball. Do you have a spot on your team?" And my dad, nice guy, he's like, "Yeah, sure." Does he know how to play? He goes, a little bit. Never really played organized baseball. Dad gave him a glove, kind of taught him how to throw. The kid back 10 years old could throw gas. I'm telling you, straight gas. He played shortstop for us and would pitch occasionally. He was a little wild on the command there, beamed a couple of kids. Best play I'll ever remember from Garrett was I don't even know if he remembers me. This was so long ago, but still clear as day in my mind. Uh, he's on third base, steals home, right? Catcher's covering the bag. He's out, clear as day. Well, instead of like running into the catcher, trying to slide, he jumps over the catcher. Just jumps over him, does like a front flip, lands on home plate, gets up, safe. We win the game. Everybody goes crazy. I'm like, did this kid just do that? And now he's pitching in the major leagues. Dude throws like 103, 104 with his fastball. Cool to see. He was a closer at Tennessee. LSU knocked him around when the one time we faced him, but cool to see him starting in the majors on opening day. So my pick, I'm just going to go with Chicago White Sox to win the AL Central. So Tyler, who do you got?
Yeah, the White Sox, they did not have that great of a season last year. They struggled mightily. We'll see. I don't see them winning the division. I think that this is going to come down to 2 teams again, Minnesota and Cleveland. And I'm going to go with Minnesota again. I think that this lineup really showed out. They didn't show out in the playoffs. They ran into the Houston Astros, who's definitely
Mm-hmm.
been a juggernaut in the AL. But I think that Cleveland's pitching is definitely going to keep them in this division. I think that Detroit is definitely a couple of years away. Kansas City isn't there yet. They do have some young talent, but I think that Minnesota, I got to go with them. So give me the Twins to win this division. Now let's go on to the AL West, where you have the Houston Astros, the defending World Series champion, the Texas Rangers, Seattle Mariners, Oakland Athletics, the Los Angeles Angels. Well, I'm going to tell you already who's going to be the worst 2 teams. It's going to be the Angels.
Yeah, I
They're
think
not
you
going to be
just
good
named them.
anymore without Shohei. And then the Oakland Athletics, they're definitely going to not be that good again. Seattle, they might be a wild card team. I'll be interested to see if they sneak in. But this is a two-horse race between the Astros and the Rangers. The Rangers won the World Series, but keep in mind the Houston Astros did win this division last year. And I'm going to go with it again. I think that Houston gets it again. I think that they definitely added some key pieces in the bullpen. They added Josh Hader. I think that whatever they already have with Ryan Presley in the back of their bullpen, they definitely have, Framber Valdez. He had a great season last year. Christian Javier. We already know what their lineup is. You got Alex Bregman, Jose Altuve. The list goes on and on. Yordan Alvarez. So I think that both of these teams, I would not be shocked if they get over 100 wins. This is definitely going to be the top two teams to deal with in the AL, but it's hard to go against the Astros. They've definitely been dominating the AL West.
I'm going with my Stros, man. I'm going with you. I can't pick against them. I definitely can't pick the Rangers. This year I'm going to make a conscious decision to try to watch more Major League Baseball. I watch all of college baseball, get tuned into that, but Major League Baseball is just so long, and I typically tune in towards the end of the season. But I think for just the sake of discussions on the show, I'm going to try to keep in tune more with the standings and what we got going on. Definitely going to watch more Astros games. But I'm kind of in between Houston and Dallas or Arlington in terms of geography wise. So maybe I'll try to go to a couple games from both teams. But I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna pick the Stros to win the AL West this year.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be one of those divisions to watch. I think that whoever wins, you might get the World Series winner once again from the AL West and the AL East, because those definitely going to be a top-heavy league. So let's go on now to the NL. Let's start off with the NL East. You have the Miami Marlins, who made the playoffs last year. The Philadelphia Phillies, they went on a deep run once again before losing to the Arizona Diamondbacks. And then LCS, the New York Mets. Well, they're the New York Mets. The Washington Nationals. We'll see. They just drafted Dylan Cruz. We'll see how long it takes for Mr. Cruz. I don't think it's going to take very long. I think that Cruz is going to work his way up. And then you got the Atlanta Braves. They had the best record, but once again, they got knocked out by the Philadelphia Phillies. I think it's definitely going to be a race between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Atlanta Braves. Would not be shocked if we see both of those teams make the postseason again. I don't think you're going to see the Miami Marlins make the postseason this year. I definitely think it's nothing against them, but I definitely think that the NL is definitely going to get better, especially with the Dodgers pretty much being a super team now. But I'm going to go with the Braves. I think that, they got 100-plus wins. It's just whenever the Braves get to the postseason in the past couple of years outside of 2021, the Phillies have definitely been their kryptonite. So we'll see if that continues. But I think that's going to be a great two-team division race. Nothing against all the other teams. I just think that Philadelphia and Atlanta is just the best two teams in this division. It has showed the past couple of years. But I'm going to go with the Braves to win this one. They're definitely a loaded team once again.
Dude, have you seen that Spencer Strider? That's his name, right?
Yeah.
I pronounced that right. Mustache Man himself added like a third pitch. I mean, the man has been. I think he had just fastball changeup, and now he's added a curveball or a slider. So I saw a graphic on it. The amount of strikeouts he had in spring training, that's going to be a problem, Tyler. I mean, nobody may hit him at all. Bet the over on his strikeout props every game, from what I'm seeing. With that being said, I don't want to agree with you just for the sake of the show, and I hate to pick them. I really do, because I'm not a Phillies fan. Give me the Washington Nationals, baby. They got Cruz. It's a whole new team. They're going to call him up early. He's going to be what Bryce Harper was in Washington. Give me the Washington Nationals to take the NL East.
All right, let's go on to the NL Central. I think that this is definitely wide open. The NL Central definitely has some young and talented teams. The St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals absolutely struggled. I think that was the surprise of last season. The Cardinals struggled. They didn't even make the postseason. It's been a while since St. Louis, so we'll see if St. Louis can bounce back. Pittsburgh Pirates, another one of our guys, Paul Skeens. We'll see how long it takes. I think it's not going to take very long for him. Pittsburgh, that's what they need is pitching. I think their offense is there. You got Key Brian Hayes. You got that guy, I can't remember, who is absolute freaking bombs. But then you got the Cincinnati Reds, very young and talented team. They're pitching led by Hunter Green, who throws 100 miles an hour. So Cincinnati, they were one of the hottest teams to start the season, but they kind of fell off. Chicago Cubs, I think that could definitely be a sneaky team to make the postseason once again. They re-signed Cody Bellinger, still have Dansby Swanson, and then their pitching staff is very young too. And then Milwaukee Brewers, they're defending champs. I don't think that they're going to defend their crown. I'm going to go with maybe possibly America's favorite team. It was for the first half of the season. Give me Ellie De La Cruz and the Cincinnati Reds.
Ooh, that's a good
to
one.
finally pull through and win this one. But I wouldn't be shocked if we saw like Pittsburgh come out of nowhere or Chicago win this division. I think that this is going to be a division that it might get maybe like an 80 plus win team. I would be very shocked if the winner gets 90 wins. I just think that everybody's going to beat each other up in this division. But give me the Cincinnati Reds. I think it's been a long time for them. I think with their young talent, they finally pushed through and win the NL Central.
So the Reds, I like that pick. It was so much fun watching Ellie De La Cruz play last year, and just kind of seeing what he did with the team. But I'm gonna go. They finished dead last year, and I think it's a bounce back year. St. Louis Cardinals. Actually, I'm looking at some odds for whatever that's worth. They're actually plus 190. They're second favorite to pick behind the Cubs to win the division. And why not? Let's go. Let's get crazy. Let's go St. Louis Cardinals.
All right, finally, we're going to go to the NL West. You got the Los Angeles Dodgers, who've already played a game.
Dodgers. Let's just go.
San Diego Padres. They're actually 1-1. They already started their season out there in South Korea. They played a 2-game series. Dodgers really hammered them, and then the Padres won 15-11 in an offensive slugfest. So both of those teams are already 1-1 on the season. And then you got the Arizona Diamondbacks, a team that surprised everybody. Making it to the World Series. So we'll see if the Diamondbacks can do it again. Then you got the Colorado Rockies and then the San Francisco Giants. I think this is pretty easy. It would be probably one of the shocker things if the Dodgers don't win the division. But this is like an easy bet. This team is going to win 100-plus games. They added Shohei Ohtani. Not only do you get an elite bat, but you also get another pitcher to already loaded pitching staff. So I bought into – Huh?
Can he pitch this year? I thought isn't he shut down for the whole season, or is he only batting this year with the recent surgery?
He may just be only batting, but even so, even if he doesn't pitch, that bat. I mean, just look at the lineup. Mookie Betts now. If you didn't look, he's now the shortstop. So he's gone from the outfield to second base to now the shortstop. So that infield's absolutely loaded. You got Freddie Freeman playing at first. So I think that this is going to be a team. I also, I picked the Padres to go to the World Series, and they absolutely choked for me. So I'm not buying into the hype of the Padres once again. We'll see if that crew can get it going. But this is easy. I think that everybody's going to be picking them. So go with the Dodgers.
I'm with you on the Dodgers. I just looked it up. They did say that Shohei will not pitch in 2024. I don't know if that means the full 2024 season or just, how that's going.
Maybe they get him in the postseason. Who knows?
But don't expect to see him on the mound unless he makes some sort of miraculous recovery with his $4.5 million gambling debt. But yeah, I think it's pretty easy there going Dodgers. I know we said it last year, they were stacked and they didn't live up to the hype. The Arizona Diamondbacks kind of came out of nowhere. Really liked the Diamondbacks this year to possibly repeat, but I mean, you had Shohei, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. The list goes on and on for the Dodgers. I saw Mookie try to do a little Derek Jeter style play at shortstop, didn't work out. And it was kind of weird. They've already started. I was very confused because I was like, I thought opening day was Wednesday, and we got the Dodgers and Padres playing right now. Do these games count? They're not. Turns out they do count down in South Korea. So yeah, but Tyler, I'm with you. Going Dodgers. So way too early. World Series matchup. Who you got?
All right, I think I'm going to start on the NL side. I definitely going to go with the Dodgers. I think that everybody's going to be picking this one, but it's going to be very tough to beat this team in the postseason. I know that they've had their chokes in the past couple of seasons, early outs, but I'm going to do it for Shohei. I think that Shohei Ohtani finally makes it to the World Series. The Dodgers get over the hump. And on the AL side, I'm going to go with a sneaky team here. Give me the Baltimore Orioles. And give me the Baltimore Orioles to win the World Series. They're a very young team. They got swept in the first round. I believe it was against the Twins before the Twins ended up making it to the Astros in the ALDS. So actually, no, they got swept by the Rangers. The Rangers absolutely dominated them. I remember that. But I think that they're going to use that fuel to the fire. You add a guy like Corbin Burns, who's definitely going to be an ace for their staff. I think that 1 through 9, I definitely think their batting lineup. So coming from the AL East, which is definitely a loaded, division, give me the Baltimore Orioles, and you can get them at a very good value too on the books too.
So I'm going completely wacky here, Tyler. I'm just throwing all logic out. I like
Okay.
Dodgers, but you picked them. Orioles also a good pick. I'm going St. Louis Cardinals versus the
Oh,
Chicago White Sox. We're just
oh
going
my God.
completely off the book, wild predictions. Because if it works, I'm a genius. If it doesn't, I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me. More likely, you're probably going to see the Rangers or Houston back
Yeah.
in either the championship series or in the World Series. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Dodgers make it, if I'm being completely honest. Dodgers or Diamondbacks. But let's go St. Louis Cardinals first, Chicago White Sox, with the White Sox taking the crown in the World Series.